Hello friends, this is Martin from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to a new episode of Markets Tomorrow, the daily market analysis show where we look at what happened in the market today and then plan for a better trade tomorrow. So what kind of market we had? We had seen that the bulls are still alive, right? But will it sustain or not? Let's see that in the charts ahead. If you're not subscribe and share it to friends and colleagues so that it benefits all of us. So the pre-market analysis is for December 2nd, Thursday. Tomorrow is an expiry, the first expiry in the December. Today was the first trading day in December. So we had a big up move on the first day of the month, and we would look at all of these parameters that you see on the screen on the left side on the charts, right? And we would also look at additional parameters that you see on the right side, and we'll wrap up some actionables, right? So price pattern, if you see that there's a green candle after a long time, right? After a big downfall, right? A V-shaped recovery has not fully happened, but it is a bounce back. It seems to have sustained today with the green close. Look at Bank Nifty. It has done the bounce back with a solid green candle. Right? That's a green candle after the previous last swing is here, right? So that's the first green candle after this swing high. This is, and it has moved much better than Nifty. So how much it moved? 1% of move happened in Nifty, 184 points, which is very good. Bank Nifty moved 670 points, which is, and also a wide range bullish candle. The size and width of the candle is good, and 670 points is gained for Bank Nifty, right? Intraday, both of them gapped up, right? After gapping up, Nifty faced some kind of resistance that attempted 2-3 times this 17,200 levels was attempted multiple times. So it was kind of consolidating after that, but every time it dipped, it bounced back, right? So it is kind of a W is what has happened after that. But it maintained the level. Even though the sell-off happened, you can see that there's a big sell-off that happened, but it recovered from that and bounced up. So unlike the other days when in the afternoon when the selling happened, today selling did not happen for some reason, and buying happened from one kind of institution. Most probably it's the FDIs who might have bought. So that's what. So gap up and then trying to maintain that level. But Nifty, the Bank Nifty on the right side, you can see that this is 15-minute charts. It was a gap up and then it was trending up, but with a substantial correction in each time. So there is profit booking that is happening at each time it moves up. But again, there are people to buy and then sustained and trended up against the candle. So it is even, the chart patterns are showing it is even more bullish than, even more in the sense, if at all there is some bullishness. And Nifty showed it better than the Nifty today. Yeah, but both 1% move and 2% move, that's what happened today, which is good enough. Look at the support resistance. You can see that the support downside would be from where it bounced today, gapped up today, basically. That is the 17,000 levels. And if that is gone, then you have Fibonacci 38, which is 16,900. If that is gone, you have the gap support, main good gap support is coming at 16,700. If that is gone, you have 16,650, 550, that level, right? On the upside, it has resistance to clear at 17,250. It had attempted the 17,350 nearby previous day. That is the next resistance upward. And if that is taken away, then you have 17,550 to 650, that levels, right? So that's the support resistance of Nifty and Bank Nifty. You can see that it is moved up from the support zone of 35,900 levels, and if it is closed at another support, now it is closed on the, it has taken resistance and then not moved above that. So the first resistance upside to be cleared is 36,500, and then you have 37,000 range, and then you have 37,400 range, and then you have 37,800 range, and then 38,000 range. That's the resistance on the upside. And downside, you have the support where it bounced from, that is 35,900. It is a rounding number, 36,000 near to that, and then below that you have 35,000 kind of levels, and then if that is gone, then you have 34,750 kind of levels, right? So that is about the resistances that you can see. The 100. So today actually it's not in the charts, but 100-day moving average disclosed above that, and Bank Nifty has taken support on the 200 DMA, right? So it is closed above the DMA, 100 DMA, and above the 50 retracement from the very smaller swing that you have from just below this. The first swing low at bottom side. So if you look at that retracement, it is close above that also. So kind of symptom of reversal maybe there. Anyway, at least the move today was good as compared to all the previous days where it failed to stop this. Get to give away everything at the end of the day. That not happened today. Only bands are showing clear bearishness on the downside. Volatility is expanded on both Nifty and the Bank Nifty, which is clear bearishness. Divergences, no divergences are there. But momentum, you can see that it's clearly in the bearish zones on both in the short term. Trend indicators are showing that it is a rising bearishness, DMI negative on both Nifty and the Bank Nifty here also. The bearishness is increasing. And volatility, you can see that it had shot up last 2 days to 21.2 kind of levels, and then today it had dropped 8% from that. So it has cooled off a bit today, but it's cooled off only till 19.4 kind of level. This is not 194, 90.4. Sorry, there's a mistake. Yeah, so IV is 6.5 and IV percentile is 48%. It's dipped a little bit from 55 yesterday. So the range of 15 to 20 has broken earlier, and then it has gone to 21 levels, and it has cooled up a little bit, but we never know whether it's going to further fall down, or whether it is going to form another range from 20 to 25 or something like that. We have to wait and see whether it's going to happen, right? If that is not happening, then we may fall back. We may cool off and main towards slowly to the previous range start of 50, right? Which means markets can be rising. If that is not the case, then market is going to make further correction upside. So that's about the VIX and the India VIX and the volatility. Operator's data is showing that there is bearishness overall. Green is our call writing that you can see. Big call writing for tomorrow's expiry. And it's a short build-up on the futures that happened today. Actually, this data is not correct. Let's go to the options operators data directly and see what has happened. So we can see that the Nifty, the highest call writing is in the 17,500. So 17,500 is it not happened because it closed 250. So if there is 250 points of up move that is happening, big up move is happening tomorrow, means it may close the expiry at 750. Remember, this is for December 2nd. So if that is one possibility, but that is the highest resistance. So we have a lot of resistance before that. 400 has good call writing, 300 has good call writing, even 200 has good call writing. So there's good put writing that has got added today. You can see all this put writing is added today. Even at 17,100 is good put writing is there, right? But the highest support is seen very far away, 16,500, and but almost equal kind of put writing is seen at 17,000. So we have to believe that most likely maybe setting it's either 17,000, or it may attempt to go towards 1750 and then settle somewhere in between 17,000 and 7,500. 0.84 is good, not very good, but cannot say it's bullish, but put call ratio of 84 is not bearish at least. Let's look at Bank Nifty and see that the Bank Nifty, the highest resistance is 37,000, and then after that you have good resistance at 38,000, and put writing support is seen at 36,000, very good support thing there, and after that you have support seen at 34,000, which is very far away. So 36,000 most likely seem to be a very good support because it has bounced from there and reached the 36,500 level. So the question is whether it will be able to maintain the 36,500, or it would be able to close and call the 37.5. So that needs big move. So our put trading and supports have come in added up today. So this largest is at 36,000, right? So call trading is not seen much here on the downside. So that's what the put call ratio in the Nifty is showing. So let's get back to the slide. So this is what happened today. So big moves happened in the Reliance, HDFC Bank, and in few of this number HDFC, TCS, ICICI Bank, all Bajaj Finance, LTZ. So all the major big contributors to the Nifty had shown green, and that's where market moved. And you also see the Maruti Industries and some steel stocks are also performed good. Right. So banks have done very good today. You can see SBI, Axis, IndusInd, and ICICI and HDFC Bank. All big contributors have done well today. Visa market moved 1% up. So once again, this chart, this sectoral performance also, it's not updated here. We'll directly look at the charts here. So let's analyze and see what see. You can see there is a 1% move that has happened on the Nifty IT index, but it's sideways. We'll have to wait for the momentum to catch up. Metal, it is resisting at 60, so it moved 2% up today, but since it is resisting, and it's not still crossed the sideways, or it has to go up to the medium, up the RSI 60 at least for us to pick up stock. So reversal, good up move has happened in both IT and metal, but the short-term momentum is sideways. 1.4 auto, but it is in bearish zones. Right, metal is actually in the bearish zones in the short term. It does not climb even to sideways. Auto is already still in bearish. Already moved up. Pharma did not do well for some reason, 0.6% down, and it's sideways, so you have to wait. Don't go long on sideways mode on short term. FMCG, it's bearish still, but it moved slightly up today. And then you have the reality sector, which has got back to the sideways from the bearish zones, but sideways mode is not enough. And it did make around 1.5% of up move today also. Although you can see green almost across the sectors, except for pharma, which has gone down today. You cannot get to long positions until the short term momentum catches above 60. Right, so you'll have to wait. So let's get back to slide. So global markets, and so USD INR currency pair trading, you can see that it is resisting and showing some kind of bearishness, and but it has taken the momentum support. So this is a major resistance zone, 75 close by. So whether it will be able to climb up, because dollar index is already broken out of the resistance, but it is also trying to consolidate, not although it is green today. It is not trying to break above the 97 levels. It is showing some kind of down move as of now on the dollar index, but yeah, 75 is maybe the channel top and resistance zone. So it may currency pair may USD INR currency pair may now try to consolidate around between these two zones of 74 and 75. So the big move is happening in the crude oil worthy. It has made a big crash in the prices and went below 68 yesterday and today. It seems to have bounced up and closed above 68 once again. Yeah, so crude coming down is good for our economy, right? At least. And gold also had dropped off and is consolidating the support zone. And it attempted to break out of the channel top, but could not do that and then fall back. So that is what overall gold is bullish. Set up and handle, and this handle channel is what you see here. And US markets are seeing green today, but Dow Jones is not opened. It's just fallen down 650 points yesterday, and yesterday also just fallen down big. So you have to wait for the markets to open and wait for tomorrow morning and see how the US markets are performed. If it has substantially gone down, most likely it may reflect in these stocks also. So that's the way I'll take a call on the US markets, how they are going. But there is some COVID new surge fear is there across Europe and US and across the globe actually. So we'll have to keep a close watch of the global markets before the pre-market to decide on your trade plan. Actions, Tata Consultancy is in a very good channel, and it has taken the channel support once again and then bouncing up, and there is a long way up to go to the channel top. So this is a clear good support zone, and this can be a good swing and a positional trade. May take time, but it will definitely move. Good volumes are there. Momentum is, you'll have to wait for this momentum to catch up and go to the bullish zones. If the momentum cannot sustain the bullish zones and coming back to sideways, you should not take the trade. So jump into the trade on the lower time frame. The moment you see that the momentum of the the RSI momentum basically is bullish. Now this is a bearish trade or short trade on Bajaj Auto, just showing clear down move on the momentum. Volumes red and trend. Everything is bearish about that. Even the results also came, which is also bad, I believe. So that's two actionables. One is long, one is short. So I wrap up my moderately bearish in the short term. Reason is that even though we had a good up move, 1%, 2% on BANKNIFTY, 1% on the Nifty, but no DCC levels have yet crossed yet. Overall the chart is bearish, momentum is bearish, trend is bearish, and there's no other institutions are sold today also. If you look at the selling that has happened on the institution side, 2,765 crores of selling at FI. That called that DIS and bought, and then it's the DIS and retailing that moved the market up today, right? So this is the reason why I'm moderate still in the short term for tomorrow. The Omicron news is floating around the globe, so there is global fear still there. So, and the correction that had happened is only 10%. It is reasonable, but there is scope for much more correction, considering the vertical rally of 18 months of more than 140-45% of up move. There is scope for more correction definitely. So you have to be cautious and you have to be prepared. US tapering data is there, dollar price shooting up, all of this is happening parallelly, so you have to be cautious in your trades. So anyway, chart is saying it's negative. Institutions are saying we are selling. How can you be bullish? Right? Intraday also, you get V shapes left and right, so it's tough to trade. Right? Option selling with this volatility about 20 is difficult. So what you can do is, if you have directional conviction on a trade, you'll have to trade vertical splits, full call, bull put, all this depending on your view. That gives you risk defined strategies, and your loss is limited, and you know how much you'll lose. You can still be in the game. So that's the way to play out, right? And options strategies, non-directional is difficult. Trader you may be able to scratch and come out of it, but it's very difficult to define the range for non-directional when the volatility is too high, above 20, and when there's globally very bad news and the charts are trending bearish downside. Overall, if you look at the charts in general, I'm not talking about today. Today it was up move. This up move, would it sustain? We'll come to know only if it crosses and settles. It makes a substantial, reasonable, higher high, that has been visible in the candle pattern, in the short term. Before that, we can't. It has to go up and then make a higher high. It has to clear and close high above resistances consistently. So all this is not has happened. Even yesterday we had an inverted hammer. That means bearishness from the top. Day before yesterday also we had a hammer, which is right, big downfall and then recovery from there. So all heavy, 35-40,000 crores of selling happening in this period of 1 month. So heavy selling from institutions. So better be careful and cautious and play it safe with tight stop losses, hedge strategies. That's the way to go about doing that, right? And you should be aware of the support and resistance on when you're doing this, right? If you're a long positional player, then you should know when to get out, right? And also, if you're in long term, you should know where to get it, right? When you find stock specific, if you're going, maybe getting quality stocks at a reasonable price at this point, and the market is trending now. That is also one way of being invested in the market and then playing the game another way, right? So that's my view on the markets for today. And hope it may help you to form your own view and trade plan for tomorrow. If it helps, consider hitting the like button and share it to your friends and colleagues. And thanks for watching. Happy trading and happy learning.